We want to be kind to the body and give it a little bit of nurturing every day with some mobility exercises. This will nourish your joints, it will prepare you for the increased demand of either aerobic exercise or resistance weight training type of movements. Let's start off just with a simple side-to-side movement of the head, bringing the ear towards the shoulder. Keep these movements nice and slow and feel that it's an exploration of the movement range that you have rather than trying to force the body for more range. Let's turn the head to look over the shoulder one way and then the other. Again, working with the range that you have, feeling that it's a pleasant exploration. Notice as we go any discomfort or limitations, anything that's a little bit problematic for today. Bring your fingertips to your collarbones, and I'd like you to point your elbows towards me, bring them up towards the ceiling and bring them out and around. So we're getting a nice little bit of lubrication into the shoulder complex, and we're also feeling a nice opening up across the chest. Always working to tolerance. Remember, discomfort is okay, but we're not looking to force the body into any pain. So if anything feels sharp or unpleasant, then we maybe do a little bit smaller movement or we eliminate that movement. Let's do a few shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulder blades forward, up, back and down. Being aware that your arms stay lovely and floppy and loose through this movement. So we're feeling that our arms really are like a rag doll. Allow one arm to swing forward and one backwards. And feel that this is a nice, loose, free movement in the arms. Notice that it's bringing just a little bit of rotation to your torso and your rib cage also. But see if you can get the movement more focused in the arms and the shoulders rather than a twist in the torso. Bring your arms forward, up, out and down. Again, keeping in mind what feels appropriate for you. So if we have some shoulder issues going on, maybe we make the movement a little bit lower and smaller. If your shoulders feel like, yeah, that's a good movement for me, then reach all the way up and all the way out. It's a lovely shoulder mobilization. Allow a simple side bend movement, sliding your fingertips down towards your knee one side and then the other. Noticing you're getting a nice stretch in the muscles in the side of your ribs and your waist. And also notice the movement deep in the spine itself. Allow the arms to stay nice and relaxed, heavy, loose throughout this movement. Bring your hands to your chest, and we're going to just make a simple little twist movement here. Picture there is a torchlight shining from where your hands are, and you're looking to make that sweep across the room as we rotate from side to side. So notice that gets a really nice deep ringing out sensation in the center of the body. Now let's try wrapping the arms right around the shoulders and see can we inscribe a circle with the crown of your head. Notice that this is a little bit more complex movement for the torso and the spine. So if this feels like it's a little bit nasty or unpleasant for you rather than a nice challenge, then simply return to the last movement with the hands on the chest. Reverse that circle. We don't need to make a big circle here. Slow movement, circling the crown of the head around, feeling that we're getting a nice rotation into the torso, a little bit of stretch deep into the small joints in the spine. And back to center. We're going to do a nice easy little roll down movement. So look down in between your toes. Feel that your arms and head are heavy. As they drop downwards, let your knees bend. So we get this really nice soft curling of the body to wherever feels good for you for today. And rolling back up again, stacking your spine. And the last thing to stack back up is the head. And then we're allowing a nice gentle little lean backwards, opening the chest, turning the palms outwards. Repeating that a few times. A nice slow motion roll downwards, feeling that the spine gently curls. And as we come backwards, feel that the spine unfurls. all the way up to the top where we get that nice small little lean back and a nice opening across the chest as we reach just a little bit back with those arms. Once more, soft, curling, rolling downwards, bending the knees, rounding through the spine. Slowly unfurling as we stack the spine back up, and then feeling that we unfurl completely as we stretch a little, just a small little stretch backwards and back to center. Now we're going to do some nice hip mobilizations. Let's start off by bringing your feet wide, knees bent, and then loosely swirling the tailbone around in a circle. Feel that you inscribe a circle with your tailbone and notice the movement in the hip joints. Grounded through the feet, be aware of the soles of the feet resting on the floor, and then gently swirling back around the other way. So this lovely swirly movement in your hips, lubricating these wonderful large joints. Now we're going to do a little bit of a balance and mobility challenge. What I'm going to get you to do is to rest your hands on your pelvis, and we're going to think about your pelvis staying reasonably where it is as we bring one knee up, out, around behind you and down. Up, out, the knee and the foot moving right back behind you and back again. Now if you find that the balance challenge is a struggle, do rest your hand onto a chair or onto the wall, whatever works for you. And switching over, knee coming up, out, and then the knee and the foot reaching right back behind you. Really look to get that backward movement of the knee and the foot, and notice that it's quite hard to keep your pelvis steady and level here. So we're looking to keep this relationship here nice and organized. Now, knees and feet together, and picture that you're trying to squeeze something inwards with the knees. Bring your hands down to your knees, but keep your chest nice and open here. Make a little circular movement one way and then the other with your knees. As we circle one way and then back the other, the movement is quite small and it's getting this nice little bit of lubrication into your knee joints. Be aware of keeping your feet reasonably flat on the floor as we do this, and that's going to encourage a little bit of lubrication of your ankle joints also. And back up again, nice and tall. Let's come up onto the ball of one foot and see, can we make circular movements with the heel, maximizing the roll-like movement, the circular movement through the whole foot. Reverse it, going back around the other way and switching over. So circular movement of the heel, swirling around in all of the little joints of your foot as we go. So a nice little mobilization. I'm going to encourage you to work through something like that every day. So from the head all the way down to the feet, think about giving a little bit of mobility to all the joints of the body.